GTA 6 has not been released yet, and continuing like this, it might never arrive, especially not as you are expecting it. Let's face it, AAA games start their marketing campaign just a little bit in advance, and the new Rockstar title was no exception. Being the most anticipated game of 2025 and 2026, with the most astronomical budget and probably also the game with the most rumors, gamers can't resist the idea of making this game a cult classic even before it's released. From the map with all the regions of the previous chapters, which would involve a download of 750 gigabytes and a story of 400 hours, to missions to explore space and time travel, fans have imagined all sorts of things until the announcement of the new chapter in 2022. Then a religious silence, almost as if they had to respect the release of the new Rockstar title. But let's dismiss all these rumors and get back to reality.
Yes, we'll see you again soon.
So, what do we really know about the game that, according to the founder of Rockstar, wants to explore the boundaries of what is possible in an open-world, story-driven, highly immersive adventure? Let's start by saying that the new chapter will use the Rage engine, which is the same game engine used by GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, but significantly improved to adapt it to the new generation, as stated by the CEO of Take-Two Interactive. Among the features that we will definitely find implemented will be ray tracing and global illumination to enhance scene quality and, I quote verbatim, the procedural generation of objects and environments, which most likely refers to the technologies used in the latest Assassin's Creed to create and place objects within environments procedurally. This, given the huge number of people participating in the project, means better graphic quality and a larger map. But let's move on because there are many new features, and one of the most satisfying things to see changed in games is the physics engine, which even just by watching the latest trailers has improved significantly. And to think that according to the latest rumors, Rockstar employed more than 20 engineers just to work on the water. But the game is not just realism and graphics. Thinking of Rockstar titles, one of the first things that comes to mind is the immersion of the world, the way it is built, and how dynamic it is. The NPCs, or whatever you want to call them, have been programmed in increasingly complex scenarios that allow the player to see a living world. But all this doesn't go far, because no matter how complex the behavior structures become, the PlayStation 5 can't do much when it comes to real-life simulation. To think that this aspect of Rockstar Games is so famous that the New York Times did a report on it, which you can find in the description. Moving on to the gameplay, a large number of new features have been announced, like basketball, billiards, and fishing. Okay, that's not why someone plays GTA 6. In fact, most of the changes will come to the online multiplayer, because yes, that's where Rockstar is focusing. We can safely assume that some of the biggest innovations will serve to retain the audience, at low cost, in the long term. And although there are no definite confirmations, some moves by Rockstar have given us some input to definitely understand what it will be. First of all, the acquisition of CFXRE, which probably many of you do not know, and who are the creators of 5M, the system thanks to which GTA 5 roleplay and custom servers on PC exist. Then the changes to the policies, always regarding multiplayer, RP, and custom servers. Let's say that probably at the very least, there will be the possibility to customize one's online experience, almost certainly either through servers or a similar platform. If we want to be a bit bolder in this assumption, even if for me it's a bit of a stretch, we could also say that Rockstar wants to create a proprietary platform to manage mods and servers. Few things are certain: death and the fact that GTA 6 will sell hundreds of millions of copies. The situation for other developers is so concerning, given the understandable fear of being completely overshadowed by GTA 6, and not only is practically nothing expected to be released during that period, for now, but publishers are all terrified at the idea of another change of plans by Rockstar. And then, thinking about the millions of copies, at what price will it be sold? Well, certainly not €150, but on the other hand, certainly not the launch price of GTA 5, $59.99. The industry has become more expensive, as has making a video game. And given the number of copies expected, even just in pre-sale, it's not certain that Rockstar won't decide to meet its fans halfway with a standard price of $79.99, which is still a blow, but probably the right compensation considering the number of people involved. It's not just the schedule of games to be released that changes with the arrival of the new Grand Theft Auto. The entire ecosystem of the industry shifts, sometimes positively, other times terribly negatively. Some of you will surely remember the phase that started in the industry right after the launch of GTA 5, where everything, absolutely everything, was open world and had to be. I'm talking about some Far Cry, Mad Max, Just Cause, No Man's Sky, and many other games that just to become open world decided to forgo the content that was supposed to fill the map, creating a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction in the player. Now, fortunately, the situation seems to be back under control, perhaps due to new technologies, perhaps because they realized that making 20 hectares of empty land just to extend the experience, unless you're called Death Stranding, is not exactly what we players would define as fun. But the possibility that market trends might lead exactly in that direction cannot be ruled out. On the other hand, the release of such a title has enormous positive effects on the market, from the growth boost to the standard bar that once again rises, taking the level of games even higher. To see what will happen, we will have to wait until May 26, 2026. But rest assured that with all the hype surrounding this video game, we will see some great things. And letting Rockstar do what they do best, create games, not hype, we'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, subscribe, and if this video leaves you, give it a like and a comment if you want to let us know what you think of GTA 6 and how it will be. See you next time.